Appu had to be taken to the Bishop Cotton High School, where Sheila and Nina was not going, I think, only Sheila was going. So I was most anxious about how this child was going to be. I begged my husband, let us not send him, we can engage a tutor for the same amount and he'll teach. So Anikunya told me very quietly, see, it's not like learning in the middle of other children to have a man spoon feed by himself. So I had no answer and I had to let him go. So my next few months were spent in preparing him for the boarding life, trying to make him learn how to make the bed. I heard they were very strict about how the children had to make their own beds, put their shoes and dress all together. And we came to Kottayam, stayed with my father for some time. I think we sent them to the local one convent was there, Sacred Heart Convent, where our driver's children are now going. So that he will learn how to be there in the middle of children. And after all this preparation, I would try to make him write. So I thought, let him be a little ahead of the class. A, B, C. And he was very sweet about learning hard. It was big effort for him to make one or two, try to write it. Susie, I used to try to make her sit down and do. She would sit smiling and do some squiggle or something. 3 minutes time she'd run up and go off, run out and go off. So we went back to Hirakud and then we packed all his clothes, whatever, how much he had to take, everything. And we went to school and I'd been telling him, we can't stay with you, we'll have to leave there and go away. He understood, I knew. So we went to Muri where Nina's parents were there. So we all went with her elder sister Sheila and put them into school. So I told Appu, after leaving you, we'll have to leave there and we'll have to go. So he didn't protest or anything. He was quite prepared for all that. So after leaving him, we drove on. But then I was told, no, you must not say when you are going because the child can't see you go. So I didn't tell him, and I was feeling sure that he would not expect that from us. But we have to go, and when he came out to say bye to us, he found us gone. That really upset. Oh, he ran into the road after the car, and still people from the school had to go and bring him back. Mind you, he was only 6 years. I now see 6-year-old children, how little they are, and my heart even now, feels so bad at the thought of him running into the road after the car. And I was told the next week, our works manager who had come on a visit to that sister plant where the school was, he was told, Mrs. Jacob, do you know your son ran after you into the road? And I was so upset about it. After that, after some 1 or 2 years, he got chicken pox in school. So we went to see him and get him. So we wanted to take him with us back home. And he refused. He said, I'm getting good food here. What was it? Orange juice all the time. All juices all the time. Lot of boiled vegetables. He evidently liked it all so much. So he refused. So we left him there. And we went home, leaving him there. He was quite okay. We knew that he was getting better. And we went home. After that, we changed his school. We went to Hazaribagh, St. Xavier's. Near that, there was a factory at Gomia where Soma's job duty was there. We stayed there when we put him in school. Appachan also was there. So after 2-3 months, my father was very fond of him. So he went again when he had gone to Delhi, and on his way back, I don't know how roundabout it was, he went to see him. And when he called him and met him, his hair was growing down over his ears, long, and he was wearing a shabby khaki uniform. My father looked at him and thought he looks just like the orphans we used to see in front of our house in Chetpat. There was an Anglo-Indian school there. They used to march these boys in the road, all dressed in khaki and looking quite a forlorn sight. So he asked him, his throat all choked up, and he asked him, Manya, will you come and stay with me and study in Kottayam? Appu was quite happy where he was. He said, no, I'm quite okay. So that was the end of Appachan's attempts to take him to Kottayam, and he always used to ask my father for chocolates and things and used to send him by packets. But you know what happened is not for himself to eat. The moment it came, he used to distribute it to all his friends. When my father was told about it, he was dumbfounded. He thought his grandson was eating all of it, and he distributed it all to his friends. And he told me at home, he loved bread, and good bread. In Hirakud we used to get some kind of a mingy, tiny little loaves which were coming from some faraway place. He baked in the school itself. He said, I get plenty of bread and butter and I like the food so much. But still he was thin and all that. So when he used to come for his Diwali holidays, I think lot of the Punjabi children used to bring and leave lots of crackers about. So I used to bring all that home, and we used to have our Deepavali crackers night with all the things that Apu brought. Later he grew up where he passed out from St. Xavier's, did well, and then we thought that we should put him in college. I think from there he went to Benares. I don't know if I've forgotten any other, I think he went to Benares. Yeah. And there, every holiday when he used to come, two things I know he was there. He used to bring lots of goods, North Indian sweets, and we'd have a good time for 2 weeks eating all the sweets he brought. Plus, when he came home, he used to put on the music system, full blast. So if I've gone out and he's home, I'll know he's at home hearing this loud music. He also had a project, I think, making a radio. I still remember, I don't know whether it worked or not, but I remember I was being awestruck by that. Then after that, in Benares he did well. He had classmates there who he still keeps up with. And I think after Benares, he passed out well from there. I think he was second in the university. Another boy who was first, they all had come for Naomi's wedding, I think. And I think about 10 or 12 of them had come. So first he had done electronics. So he passed out from there, and then he got a job in Kerala with Keltron. That is Kerala Electronics, something. They were making electronic things. At that time it was unusual. So he got this job there, and he stayed in Trivandrum with one of my father's first cousins, Maria Kutti Mama. I don't know if he remembers that. And I think from there he got a job in Calcutta. They sent him to Calcutta for his, the Keltron themselves had sent for selling things. I don't know what he was selling. He must be remembering that. And he stayed with Acham Chayan and Chellam Kochma, and Papa Chayan and Acham Kochma also were there. So he had a good time with all his cousins. And one day he told me that as he was going out of town on the train, he had this watch on his hand, and his hand was on the compartment window. So as the train was pulling out, a man came running up to him and was trying to take his watch away from him. So he was dismayed. Then he put his hand on his watch, and the man's hand was underneath. The man had to run along with the train. So that discouraged him, and he let the thing and go off. That I was really afraid. I was thinking Susie later on told me that she heard of a nun for a robber who was trying to get her ring off her finger, a nun. He cut the finger off. I was quite relieved that it hadn't happened to him. So after the Calcutta stint, I really don't remember what he did. Oh, yeah. I remember he was asked to join Manoharama. By whom? I'm not sure whether it was Tambachayan or Mathapuchayan. And he was busy from day one there. So and after that we were going here and there. So we didn't have much memory of what he was doing around in Manoharama, but I do know he worked very hard, and I remember him telling me that he learnt more on his job than with his electronics university course. He was learning every year, and every time he was learning more from that. And that's about what. Then after that, the children, one after the other, they were keeping us busy. So Appu was doing his thing by himself. Didn't have much memory of him as he was going. So that's my memory. If I get to think of anything else, I'll ask Aruna to put it in.
Can you give him a wish? Wish him happy birthday.
Oh yeah. I don't know whether he'll like it. When I wish you learn to rely on God. That's all I wish. Love God. That's what I wish for you.